a tutorial on how to use the 4 Stars FX app. 4 Stars FX app is a business management system whereby you can record sales, record purchases, and also record expenses. We are going to have 4 sections in this tutorial. The first section is purchases, the second section is sales, the third section is expenses, the fourth section is records. So we are going to start with the first section, which is how to record a purchase. Now, first of all, we are going to navigate to the accounting section of our dashboard and locate the cash book. Here we are going to create an account. That is the first step. As you can see here, I have a bank account and a cash purse. Bank account, as the name implies, is your business bank account where you collect your money, perhaps online through transfers and all that. Then your cash purse is the record of the cash you have in your business. So as you can see, you put the bank name, cash purse, office, cash 01. Then after everything, you save changes. You also create the bank account. Here you can see the bank account, money, mobile money, Claratown Bank branch. This is branch. Claratown branch, account number active, and you save changes. Having created this account, you can now go to still our cash book session and click on balance adjustments. In this balance adjustments, you are going to impute you can either add money to your account or subtract money from your account. To adjust your account balance, you have to click on create to add or remove money from your account. So you choose the particular account number you want. I'm going to choose bank account. Here it will display for you the total that is in that account, and then you can add an amount, perhaps 3,000, 30,000. When I add this 30,000, I click on save, and our amount has been updated automatically, and we have adjusted our bank accounts. You can also do balance transfers. Perhaps if you took your cash to deposit in your bank accounts, you can create transfers. You can create transfers between your cash purse and your bank accounts. For example, you can see or if you withdraw money from the cash purse to the bank accounts, then you enter the amount you want to move, 5,000. Enter the amount you want to move, and you save. And that's transaction. Okay, you have to impute the transfer reason. Okay, capital deposit into bank account, and then you save, and the transaction will be successful. The next step in our section 1 of purchases is to go to the product section and create a product. You click on the product section and you see the product list. When you access the product list, you are going to click on create to create a product. When I click create, I can choose the item. Perhaps I could say $10. $10. Okay. $10. I'll remove this here. particular price should be $10, no discounts, large quantity at one. So having created, we click on save to create this product. The next step now, having created this product, is to order it from a supplier. But then, because our website or our app is meant mainly for exchange, recording exchange and sales, actually we are going to supply ourselves with the capital. If we are buying something like engine or carburetor or any other thing, then we are going to order it from a supplier. But because we are buying it, this is dollar and this is exchange, we are going to be those that will provide the capital. So we are going to make an order. We are going to make an order from a supplier, which is ourselves. The next step is to create an order. So we are going to navigate to the purchases section and click on the purchase list. And when we are in this purchase list, we are going to click on create to create an order. So because we are those supplying ourselves for this $10, which is in the category of exchange, we are going to choose as our supplier business capital, and then we select the products we want to order, which is $10. So we can select the quantity of the products, which could be, let's just say 10, and the price would be, purchase price would be 100. Okay, it should be $10 per unit, which makes it everything, the subtotal will be 100. So there's nothing else to feel. Having ordered this particular product from our business capital, we click on save and we automatically create this order. So but then this order hasn't been paid for, so we are going to go back, and then we are going to go to pay for this particular order. There are two ways to do this. Either we pay for it from here, from this section, action section, or we navigate to the payment section and pay to the supplier directly. So first of all, you click on this place, add payments, and you can add a particular payment you want. Create purchase payments, PU5. Okay. You can either make the payment from your bank account or from your cash account, but probably from your cash account. Then you put the amount you want to pay for, which is $50. I will pay 50 from this place, and then pay 50 from the payment section. So when you click on 50, you click on save, and the part payment has been made, remaining $50 for this purchased order to be completely paid for. So as you can see, this add payments action button is still in this section because you are here to complete the payment. So another way to pay for an order made to the supplier is to go to the payment section, click on suppliers, and click on purchases. When you click on purchases, you click on create to create a payment. When you select a supplier, which is your business capital, the system will automatically generate for you the amount you owe this particular supplier. As you can see here, there is $50 due, and we are going to impute, we are paying from our cash, we are going to impute the amount we want to pay to this supplier from here. Total payments P5. Having selected this purchase, we are going to put the amount we want to use and complete, which is $50. And when having imputed $50, we click on save, and the payment is complete. Such that when you go to the purchase list, you see that our payment has been completely made, and you can see that add payment option in our $10 purchase. So perhaps this is just you bringing out money from your capital, keeping it for exchange. So with this process of creating a product, um requesting for a product, that is to make a purchase, and then settling the payment of that product, this makes it possible that when you click on your POS, you will have a stock, you will have the particular item in stock. If not, you cannot sell that particular item if it is not in stock. As you can see from this POS section, we have our $10, and it shows 10 units of $10 available. So as long as these 10 units, if you are making payments and you continue using it, it will go down. But then you should make sure that each day you will have everything in stock for your business, perhaps 100 of each, so that you can easily combine the different currencies to suit whatever purchase someone is making. For example, if a customer wants to do an exchange of $170, so what you just have to do is to come to, you pick 100, you can pick 100, pick 10. I'm still going to create 50, which means you can just pick this 10 one. So as you can see, the subtotal is $170. Then you can create the sale. So that is why these having every item, every product in stock is necessary, depending on the amount of transaction you're expecting to do for the day. Section 2, sales. I'm going to teach you how to create the sales in the POS section. You head over to the POS button and click on it, or you head over and hover on this, click on this plus button. You see new invoice, new expense. You click on new invoice. There are two ways of creating sales. But first of all, you head over to the POS section and click on it. Now here you can add products to the purchase a particular customer is requesting for. You can click on this drop down button to choose the customer you are selling to, perhaps Onyeka, and Onyeka wants to do an exchange of $300. You click on it and it is imputed. If it is $310 or $20, you add more, which makes the subtotal $320. So when you are done with this particular thing, it is either you save it, and when you are saving it here, when you click on save, it saves as an invoice, which means that the person hasn't made the payment yet. But when you click on save and payment, it means the person made the payment immediately. Therefore, we will click on save and payment. So when we click on the save and payment, it's going to lead us to the payment window. Here you can choose the amount you want the money to go into, whether your bank account or your cash account. If the person pays with cash, you click on cash. Perhaps if the person paid with bank, you click on bank, and then you can see the amount here, and everything is set, and you click on save, and this payment is successful. Here is the printable receipts of this transaction. You can save as PDF, or if you have the resources of a printer, you can print immediately and give the person as a receipt. So that's it for creating sales. With this, you can create sales for any client and with any products, and print receipts. And also you can from here create invoices by clicking on save, which means that the person hasn't made the payment, and the system will always remind you that this person hasn't actually paid for this product. Part 3: expenses. Another aspect of this app is the ability to record expenses, and you can do this simply by going to the expense section and clicking on the expense list. Here you can see a list of expenses which you have recorded. So when I click on create to impute an expense, I can enter a reason, perhaps money for data, transportation, and I can select a category. These are different categories: transportation. And then, where am I making this expense from? Is it from the bank or from the cash? I can choose cash, and this is the available balance. How much am I taking? I can take 3,000, and I'm good to go. I click on save expenses, and the expense has been recorded successfully. Now this helps that you will keep track of the money being spent in your business, and it will simplify it in such a way that you know each user that actually took money and perhaps used the money for one expense or the other. Part 4: reports. The best side of this website is its ability to give you a report of everything going on in your site. First of all, the first type of report it gives is today's report. You click on this hash sign on your top bar, and it's going to give you a report, a rundown of what's happened in the day. It will show you the opening stock, everything, total purchases 100,000, total expense 3,000, and everything, total sales, and then net gross profit and net loss. So this place gives you the first report of today's report. It will give you a rundown of what actually happened throughout the day. Now the next report is balance sheet. Here it will show you what is going on in your business, both your assets and your liabilities, and so on and so forth. Summary reports. You can summarize a particular month and year and view the report. As you can see, it gives you the total of opening balances, sales, expenses, transfers, and closing balance of a particular month. And all these reports are printable. Once you click print, you can print it as PDF or as anything you want. You can also print it as an Excel file. Profit and loss reports. This gives you a rundown. It gives you an opportunity to choose the range, first of all the report type, and then to choose the range within which you want your report to cover. For example, I can choose last 7 days, and I submit, and it's going to give me an organized report of everything concerning my business for the last 7 days with regards to profits and loss, total profits, total loss. Now, expense report. This gives you a report on the expenses you have done, all categories, last 7 days. Submit. It gives me the total reports of my expenses so far. As you can see, the expenses I made this night, money for transportation, and then the person who made it before the goes. So it gives a detailed report on your expenses. Item reports. Here you select the range and submit. Okay, you are supposed to select a particular item and a particular item that you want to know about. Let's choose $100 and then submit. It shows us the quantity in stock, 50 units of $100, purchase type, and then everything concerning it. So item report is also good. Inventory report. You select the category, exchange, select subcategory, exchange, select products, warehouse, exchange, and 7 days. It's going to give you a rundown of the reports about that particular thing. Let's select $100. Submit. As you can see, it gives us the total report on everything concerning our stock in inventory. Supplier payable reports. This tells us about whether there are payments that are due that we haven't paid to our suppliers, and so on and so forth. As you can see here, we have total due of $0. So that means that we are not owing any supply. Then client receivable report. This shows us if there is any client owing us, so to say. For example, we can see that Oyeka is owing us $320 and so on and so forth. So we can actually go and work towards getting this money from these customers. Sales by user reports. This is very important for the functionality of your app, because as you explained that you want to know how much each person collected by the end of the day, and so on and so forth. So you can select a particular user, perhaps Chigozie Ijeze, and choose last cell, the range you want, and submit. And it's going to give you a rundown of the sales made by that person for the last 7 days or for the day, depending on the range you choose. So, and this particular thing, it can be printed. You can click on print and you can see that everything is okay. The system is working fine. We have collection by user reports. Perhaps let's choose Zubul and we submit the range. Here it shows us the collection done by a particular person, the CEO, collected by this invoice clients, invoice amount, collected amount, some transaction dates, can be printed. It can be printed. So that's it with the system. Everything works fine, everything is okay. Thank you.